Welcome in to the Warzone Sports Network, the fantasy football wake-up call. As you can see, I'm joined by three other fathers who have joined me to neglect their children this morning while we talk about fantasy football. We're going to play this music. We're going to drink our coffee. And do you have those fun little things that you have the other times? The little emoji sticks?
Yeah, you want some of it?
Shut up!
Yeah, just put one. Just one of them. Just let's see one. Well, we'll see those when we get back from this.
Tony,
Woo!
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Right out of the gates, just dumping some bad news. The Debo one makes me the saddest. Which one makes you guys the saddest fantasy football-wise here? Flojo first.
does it really though, bro? Let's be real. Like, you have Brandon Aiyuk in one of the worst trades ever in history. Are you really sad that Debo went down? Or are you silently celebrating inside?
Well, I have him on two other playoff teams, so that's why I'm sad about that. Ayuk, I'm like that league. I have to win out to have a shot at the playoffs in that league. So yeah, Debo hurts.
Hey, he's been on fire, man. He's been the wide receiver one. He's been using the running game. All he does is score touchdowns. All he does is not catch passes. Debo's a beast, bro. And being a Niner fan, I'm definitely bummed. Obviously, we got a layup today, but you never know. It's the NFL. We'll see what happens.
Scotty, from that list, from that picture.
The recent news of Hurts, man. I have Hurts high. I had him compared to Kyler, and you taking a game stat line away from his ending season, that fucking hurts. It's a kick to the nutsack.
Well, you know what else takes away from a game from him is when the coach Sirianni decides they're going to pass the ball instead of running the ball, and they lose to the Giants. Right after I said they were my dark horse team to make the 7th seed in the NFC, Sirianni's like, let's turn Jalen Hurts into a drop back passer. I'm like, okay. I used to say Sirianni knows more about football than me, but I'm not quite sure anymore. Like, I'm on the fence about that one for sure.
Nope.
A lot of these coaches are sketchy. However you want to transition, Tony, but I thought it might be a decent segue since we started talking about Jalen Hurts. What are your thoughts? Or you want to get to some of these questions first?
I was just going to say that. I didn't realize the chat was blown up. I normally don't do all of this by myself. Who froze? Me? You? No? There we go. Oh, shit. Joe's Morley's in the background helping me out here. So good morning to all the people up there at the top that I did not say hi to. Gavin the Goat, appreciate you stopping by. Clyde, but yeah, let's get it. What's this? Should I start Javonte Williams or Jamal Williams or James Conner? Clyde, this is a good conundrum you have here. We'll start with Scotty on this one first. Who would you start of those three?
You see my Detroit Lions shirt? I think they're going to beat Minnesota today. I'm high on Jamal Williams today. Jamal Williams, Javonte Williams is the best runner in this group, but that Melvin Gordon guy is kind of annoying. So I'm going with Jamal Williams with more work.
M. Gordon ruled out, big guy. This is the
Is he?
Flojo.
Oh, Flojo.
Wait,
I apologize. Melvin Gordon is ruled out, then definitely Javonte Williams. He's the best running back out of the three. Thank you, Flo.
Got you,
Okay,
Scotty,
that's where I was going to go next.
with the body. Yeah, bro. To me, it's Javonte, but I love the hot take on Detroit beating Minnesota because it just feels right. Big Maul, bro. Big Maul's gonna see some work in a PPR. You gotta imagine my dude is gonna see at least 20 touches. I don't like James Conner, period. I don't want to say anything else bad about him, so I'll stop.
I agree with Flo, man, and I apologize for not realizing Melvin's out. Javante's the better back, but you got Javonte and Jamal are going to have touch the ball 20 times each, and you're safe there. I'm veering away from Connor as well.
I like Javonte in a Sunday night game against the Chiefs, his first time where he's going to be the premier back. We're going to get to see him in the passing game and get 15 to 20 carries in that football game. I think they're going to have to lean heavily on him to try and keep Mahomes on the sideline. So I like that a lot. Jamal Williams, this is the funniest thing is like this guy could come on and be pushing people into the playoffs and like getting them because what DeAndre Swift is meant to so many of these other teams to get them to where they're at. And now if you didn't handcuff with Jamal Williams because he's been injured, whatever, Jamal, good for you. Way to be a vulture. There's another question up here. You should start Adrian Peterson because the Seahawks are godly. Gavin the GOAT, love that you are a Seahawks fan. I wouldn't start Adrian Peterson on like my, U40 team or O40 team, whatever it would be. Like he wouldn't play ever.
Hey, bro, it's those Hail Marys. I fell for the trap in Tennessee. I watched one game and I was like, maybe. I watched the second game. I'm like, never. CUAP. I'm not doing this again to myself. Is Russ going to cook? That's the question, bro. When does he turn the corner? When is that thumb okay enough for him to start making an impact on a lot of these teams? Or is it just deserted island, desert storm, all weapons, poo-poo in Seattle?
Why is DK not involved?
It's terrible. You talk about Sirianni and bad coaching. Jesus.
Why is DK Metcalf not involved?
I feel like there's some sort of sabotage going on up there in the Seattle. I like this, Bodo. Is this a reference to, what is it, TikTok? What does this say? Which movie references this from? They use it a lot here. But at the end of this, right here, Wilson, Ryan, Cousins.
Hey Tony, that's a beautiful setup, and I hope you appreciate that because that smells like Tony Tucker behind this question. I like that.
This I am not. Bodo is one of our regular people who stops by in the morning. He will come back and remind you if you did bad, which he has done to me on Twitter several times if I give him bad advice. But yes, Bodo's one of our
meaning the setup and the artistry. It was beautifully written. I really like that, Bodo. Nice work.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Was actually a compliment to me. I was waiting for the insult, but yes, that is a Lions. It's not okay. We decided it's not really a Lions jersey. It's a Barry Sanders jersey. Like, don't get it confused. You can own Calvin Johnson and you can own Barry Sanders and maybe a Stafford jersey if you're from the Midwest. It's okay.
And for all the young people out there, don't get it twisted. Scotty got a nice NFL official stitched. Okay, this isn't Mike on the mic, flea market swap meet type of trash. Okay, this is legit top quality. Barry Sanders is my guy. I love it, Scotty.
Hey, nobody could hate Barry, maybe.
Except for retiring too soon, maybe.
Wait, I want to answer this question for Bodo though back here. So, which one of those three guys would you be playing?
Kirk Cousins. I don't trust Russell Wilson right now. Ryan's going against Tampa Bay. I could see Tampa Bay just dominating that game.
Captain Kirk for me too, Bodo.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'll go with Cousins. I want to say Russell Wilson because I just don't think that. I think Russ has already kind of like done enough sabotage to where he can get Pete Carroll fired if he wants, or he can force a trade in the offseason because DK is about to be disgruntled. We've talked about the baby pacifier in his mouth. I think he's really going to start throwing a fit if he's not getting any targets.
Come to Washington, please.
Come to
Come to Washington. Would I start Tevin Coleman? I don't think ever. I'm shocked he's still in the league.
I'll add to that real quick though, Scotty. Last week he saw, I think, 17 plus carries. The only problem I see is game script in this, and I think Ty Johnson actually has a better game than Tevin Coleman. Mochi, my boy, I think you messaged me a few times in the past. I almost started Tevin Coleman over Damian Harris. To be honest with you, I was very close. I can't do it. But I'm not mad at you, and it depends on what your other options are. But I do see Ty Johnson actually having a bigger role in that game today than Tevin Coleman. I'm kind of chasing fool's gold there, big dog.
Yeah.
The Jets play the Eagles today?
Yeah. Eagles run defense is good.
I really want to make it my goal to get inside of Flojo's head to where he's debating on starting Tevin Coleman by the end of the show. But for the sanity of his family this morning, I'll leave that one alone. And yeah, you should probably start Damian Harris. Although the Bills defense, it's not much more. I mean, it's just something to think about. Let's put it in the back pocket. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
CEH or Brandon Cooks, struggling, trusting CEH. I just went and picked up Derek Gore because he does have an illness. It's not COVID related for CEH, but just in case he's inactive, I think you should look to see if Darrell Williams or Derek Gore is there. Jerick McKinnon on IR. So you just want to have some sort of backup there for Johnny Tingley. This is a great name. Should be like, I don't know, professional golfer, Johnny Tingley. Like, what do you play a lot of ultimate frisbee, I bet. Johnny Tingley. Tinger, look at the Tinger, just threw one all the way down the field. Who do you guys got, CEH or Brandon Cooks?
I feel more safe with Brandon Cooks. What do you think, Flo?
I threw up a little bit in my mouth. I'm going CH, bro. You got to like the involvement that we saw the last game. I don't care if he's sick. I think Andy Reid doesn't want to look stupid, right? And behind all of that, look at Tony Tucker smiling, bro. Okay, I'm just going to keep reminding the people in here. Tony committed a crime against Flojo, but Flojo signed up willingly. And now Tony has CEH and Brandon Aiyuk, and Flojo has A.J. Brown on IR. So what that means is CEH.
It just CEH, yeah, he could play through being sick. I'm going more safe with Brandon Cooks because I believe Indianapolis is going to be up the entire game, and he's going to get some garbage points at the end. That's what I'm thinking.
Actually, that's a decent point, actually, Scotty. They should be chasing. Houston Texans are one of the best offenses in the NFL in a primetime game. Like, I'm leaning CEH, but I feel you. It's decent. It's pretty close, actually, when you mention
it is close, and I usually lean towards running backs, too. I like CEH.
Morley, can we skip ahead to I see a donation up there. Can we skip ahead to that? I want to give because I know we're way behind in the comments. So I believe that's Bodo. Also, too, Bodo, why'd you change your what does this say? On the new one, the new little icon they're using. What is it? Thumbnail? Anyways, what's up? What's up with the other one? I love you like diarrhea or whatever. 10-4 Cousins. It is. Who was tweeted me after Wilson got 19 points. Well, we can't tell you who runs the Twitter account, but it's not Mike and Joe. Yeah, I'm glad that Wilson came through with some garbage time in that start for you. So good on you. You get the dub. This week you go Cousins. I have Cousins in a league where I really need to win to get into the playoffs, and I feel good about it. So thank you, Bodo, again for your generosity. It's greatly appreciated.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You just can't put me on blast like that. It could have been a myriad of people. The war zone is deep. Okay. Morley, I need you to go back now.
How far back? Way back. And it goes a little something like this. Come on. Hey, we're all old in here, baby. Scotty's bald. Tony's getting there. I'm great.
It's a true story.
I got the cul-de-sacs flowing.
You cut it, bro. What happened to Samson?
Oh, I'm the opposite way. I'm like Mike Williams. I get better when I cut my hair. That's what happens.
And then you just fall right back into mediocre, just like him too, right?
Oh, everything's falling apart. Like everything. As long as my marriage is strong, that's the only thing I need. So she can carry me into my old age, which is approaching now.
Her back hurts, bro. She's been carrying you for a long time.
Yeah. When you said I do.
This entire relationship. She married a shitty out of work actor. That's on her. I
It's true.
fleece everybody, Flojo. I said, like,
Hey,
you
did
got to
the
be wary of
ultimate
me.
fleece. You did the ultimate fleece, bro. You did the life fleece.
Yeah, I got an idea.
But you do
Yes.
build her confidence just by standing next to her, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
All right, we're all right.
don't discount these eyelashes. Start Cordero Patterson or James Robinson. Fuck, real quick, the three of us. Could we? Who else is just exhausted by Cordero Patterson and wants him to go? Like, I love him personally. He's probably a great guy. I'm so tired of this idea of like Cordell Patterson or James Robinson. I've got to play James Robinson.
Yes, and can I say something that I'm wrong, but I'm going to be right in the future? I was completely wrong when I said like 4 weeks or 5 weeks ago. I said, dude, trade Patterson. He's not going to keep doing this. And the motherfucker, I'm sorry, he's still doing this. Yeah. Next year, the guy's a bust, dude. Do not draft this guy like he's not doing this again. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, I'm leaning towards James Robinson, but this Cordell Patterson, dude, this year, he's like what do you call it in fantasy? Like out of nowhere, he's fucking glamour, and then next year he's just going to be a garbage.
You mentioned James Robinson's name, man, and I'm just like, I have him in quite a few leagues, and it just feels like that 6-point game today. And I think, look, to me, bro, I'm taking the upside with Patterson because I feel like they're going to use him in the passing game. You're not going to be able to run the ball on Tampa Bay, right? They have no other weapons. Kyle Stinky Pitts. I traded Cordell Patterson for Kyle Pitts, bro. Like in this King of Lions league, if I can do anything, I'll be surprised because I made some terrible moves. But this is my thought in this situation is you can't run the ball on Tampa Bay, right? You can throw on them, though. They don't have any other weapons. Kyle Pitts is hopefully going to break out against you, Scotty, but I doubt it. He is the Swiss Army knife, and he is that offense, and he makes that offense go. I love James Robinson. I'm just a little weary today. I'm leaning slight CPAT.
Oh, hurts. I don't know. You drafted him so high. I get it. I feel like you got to start James Robinson.
I am, bro. But if I had CPAT, I'd be considering, especially in the PPR league, because I feel like if I'm at the Atlanta Falcons, what do I do? Right? I got to get this guy outside the box and get him some throws, run him some screens, run some bubbles. Like, don't do what the Bears do. First down, dive. Second down, dive. 2 yards, way to go, Matt Nagy. Like, you can't do that, bro. You got to be smarter.
And I got to give an example for, like, you can sit guys where you drafted them. I got a couple questions for the Thursday night game. They said, hey, should I play Zeke? You're picking Zeke in the first round. I told 3 people to sit him this week.
Wow.
Like when you just mentioned it, Tony, I'm not trying to put you on blast or anything, but where you pick James Robinson, Cordell Patterson, go with the hot hand. It's just the fact that, James Robinson has been a frustrating player this year. Cordell Patterson, I think he's going to hit a roadblock, but I thought that was 5 weeks ago. The guy's still, dude, what the fuck? I'm leaning towards James Robinson for the fact what you're reasoning, Tony. I believe he's going to play what his expectations are. And me personally, I think Patterson's going to hit a roadblock and this will be a game. But Flojo's like, this is a flip of a coin for me. They're literally go with your gut feeling because I'm playing safe again with James Robinson. But like Flo said, Patterson has the upside. I just don't like them against Tampa Bay today.
Enough. I'm sure we'll get more Cordell Patterson as we move on. We should try and go a little bit quicker. I feel like we're falling far behind. We got, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. I'm just going to call it the Cheetah. Devontae Parker, question mark. Well, I don't know. To play him? Is he hurt? Like,
pick him up and put him on your bench.
He's active. They activated him off the IR. The last time they did this, I think he saw 9 to 11 targets. I think he went 8 for like 75. I literally had him in my starting lineup right now over guys like Kenny Golladay, Visca, and I slotted in Christian Kirk. So I'm not mad at you for wanting to start him because last time when he came in, he saw volume right away, but it is very risky. And if you have a safer option, I definitely run that.
Yes. And shout out to Team Mike. Mike will be back soon. I don't know where he's at, but he'll be back soon. I'm starting Ryan in a 2 QB league. Yes, the only league you should be starting Matt Ryan in. No, his family doesn't even start him at 2 QB. Like you should, yeah. In that spot, you should be picking up freaking Wilson, the 4th receiver for the Dolphins, and putting it in there. You're going to get more than 2.4 points.
Minshew versus the Jets.
Team, I see the team Mike sent TikTok here. It looks like Packers or Cards. # Team Mike.
I apologize, Team Mike. I'm a fill-in for today. I definitely am not as good, but I'll do my best. Appreciate it.
Packers or Cards. Overall, I'm going with the. I'm gonna go with the Packers, and I hate to say that because then I'm saying nice things about Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going with that. Morning, gentlemen. Monty or J-Rob? A-Fix, I believe, is a big 49ers fan too. Good morning, sir. Monty or J-Rob? This is another one of those things where it's like, it's Dave Montgomery. How disappointing are like the injury? Then Matt Nagy doesn't, get the turkey to go on Thanksgiving. Fuck, I wanted him to get that to go plate. Get him some tinfoil for Nagy and get him out of the building. But he's still there. Who are you starting in this matchup? We'll start with Scotty.
I like David Montgomery over James Robinson against Arizona rather than Robinson over the Rams.
Great points, Tony. Like, if you lost the locker room, why are you still there? Like, what kind of organization are you running here? It's terrible. Yes, some people traded for Monty. This is your home stretch. Super close, bro. A-Fix, I feel you on this one. Bears at home. It's so close to me. It's a coin flip. I think I might lean J-Rob, man. It's been a little bit better. I don't know, man. I think Dalton's starting. I think he opens up the offense a little bit more. I think they don't have to lean on the run as much. There's no RPO. Slight lean J-Rob.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way too. I'm rooting for Montgomery because I have him in 3 leagues, 2 of which I need wins badly. Chiefs or Broncos?
Chiefs.
Fucking hell. I'm rooting for this game to end in a tie where both teams receive an L. Is that possible for that to happen? If I had to pick one, I had to put some money on it. I'm going with the Chiefs. Start or sit D-Hop.
Well, who's your other choices?
I'm not trusting it.
I'm starting him.
I just am so worried that he's going to come out and run one and then end up with that bulky quad or hamstring or whatever has been hampering him.
Or you see those 7 catches for 36 yards.
Yeah, but I feel like, where are they going to use him in the red zone? So, I mean, he could get a biscuit. I think if they're going to use him sparingly, they will use him in that type of package. And D-Hop's that dude, man, depending on your options. Like, I'm starting him over T. Higgins. I'm starting him over a couple other decent options. I'm not mad at you, Emilio. # Team Mike.
Yeah, the Higgins thing is interesting because I'm debating on between him and Michael Pittman in a league, and anybody who knows me, I'm obsessed with T. Higgins, and I vote him over like everybody. They're like Jerry Rice or T. Higgins, but yeah, go ahead.
If D-Hop is playing, you play DeAndre Hopkins. He's healthy enough to play, and he's arguably the best wide receiver in the league.
I read a story that he put himself back in the game, like in there, and that's what like really messed him up. Is they like put him on the side and they were like, "Hey, the doctor said this," and he checked himself back in the game, tried to run a go route, and just like really messed himself up. I hope he's out there. Who's playing quarterback? Is Kyler active today, or are we rolling with
Kyler is active?
Yep.
Goat McCoy. That's who's getting him into the playoffs right there. Cup to go for 400 yards against the Jags. Lock it. Thank you, Mitch Harvey. Love it.
Running my bet in now.
Do I start Javonte Williams, James Conner, or Jamal Williams? You start Clyde. You start Javonte Williams.
We confirm that. Yeah, that's a confident.
Bodo, thank you again. We're riding with Cousins all the way, first and second. There it is. Quick little Minshew.
Minshew, man. Minshew mania.
Secret Garden.
He is a good backup.
I secretly think that Sirianni has wanted this to happen the whole time. I think he would much rather have Minshew-style quarterback play than Jalen Hurts, and I think he's wanted this. Like, he's manifested this opportunity.
I got to ask both of you these questions because I know both of you like Taylor Heineke. Who's better, Heineke or Minshew?
Heineke.
Very similar players, huh?
Right?
That's a good comparison.
You think Heineke easy?
Yes.
We haven't seen it, bro. You've seen it this year with Heineke. We haven't seen it with Minshew. Like right now, you definitely have to pick Heineke, but I feel you because they do feel very, very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Start from
Minshew went like 1-15. Are you kidding me?
Stop yelling at me, Tony. Jesus Christ.
I'm yelling at Flojo over here.
In my eyes. I don't need you.
Like this is a question. If Minshew is all affect, he's all personality. He's like, I got a handlebar mustache and a Mississippi mud flap and whatever. He's awesome. Like, yeah, I put out some pro-Trump tweets or whatever, but I get out there and fucking ball, and I'm 5-5 this year with a team. Plug your ears, Scotty. That's not very good.
Tony, I said Heineke, bro. I love Heineke. I'm just saying, I get why Scotty brought it up. They feel very similar. And don't, okay, so scratch what we saw the most recently from Minshew, but he did come in and have a decent year prior to that, and he was supposed to be the savior. So let's not forget about that.
Did he have? I'm trying to remember that year. I think he maybe had some good fantasy numbers, but did he have good actual numbers? And it's the Jaguars. It's tough to evaluate. All right, we're talking real football. None of that matters. We need to talk about fake football right now. Let's get into our fairy tales. Devontae Parker starts for the Dolphins or pick Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle's he's a dreamboat.
Waddle's a stud.
He's a dreamboat.
TDs.
Sorry.
TDs. We all love TDs.
That's what I do. Wake up early to shake my moneymaker. Say la vie. Okay. Now I can read it. I mean, I can barely read in general, but then cursive.
Jesus.
Yes.
Crap. Sorry for the losses. Pick 3.
That's a lot. That's a lot to take in right now.
Sanders. All right, knock off Miles Sanders. Play the first 3.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree too.
Should we go rapid fire? How far behind are we, Tony?
I have no idea. Joe, Morley's helping me out with the comments, but I agree with what you guys said on that last one. Miles Sanders versus Jets, Zach Ertz versus the Bears, Bateman versus Pittsburgh. Fuck, this is a difficult one, actually.
It is difficult. I'm going Zach Ertz. Let's say we're wrong on Hopkins. Ertz will get the ball in the end zone, like Flo said. He'll get the biscuit.
I think I'm leaning Ertz too. You want to go Miles Sanders, hard to trust. Boston Scott is active. You can't trust Bateman anymore. That I think ship has sailed. I'm going slightly Ertz.
Yeah, I'm actually starting Ertz in a flex spot, so I can't tell you not to do that this week. And it's between him and Bateman, actually. I gotta get up early and make some tough decisions today. CPAT. Sorry, is
Cordell Patterson. Come on, Tony, get with it.
Cordell Patterson, the Washington Dream Kurt Samuel had. Hey, we blew our load with McKissick, and I didn't even want Samuel as a Washington fan, but we got him because Ron Rivera, every Panther player.
Omar, if they have to win today, and if you're mean contender for the Super Bowl, they never were, but a contender for a playoff spot, they got to beat the Bengals today, or no, they're not making the playoffs if they don't win today. I have Matty Ice, CPAT, Pitts, Ridley.
Totally.
Across my team.
Disgusting.
Very frustrating. Yeah. Atlanta is done. Did anybody else get that notification about Ben Roethlisberger too? Privately told somebody that he trusts within the organization that he's done. And I was like, yeah, the universe has been telling you you're done for 18 to 24 months, bro. So glad he came to that conversation. Yeah, and I love Big Ben. I got a jersey hanging over there somewhere. Big Ben, fantastic and fun to watch. No longer fun. Play Harris, Singletary, Tevin Coleman, half-point PPR.
I'm assuming that's Damian.
Yeah, yes, because you would start Najee regardless, right? I'm going with half-point PPR. I'm going to play Damian Harris and assume that Bill Belichick just commits to the run, and him or Stevenson has a huge Monday night.
Oh, they're both Monday night. Yeah, I'm avoiding Tevin Coleman. Go one on the Monday night, guys. Excuse me. Harris will get more ball touches.
I'm going Harris.
Just to be inside of Flojo's head, I'm going with Tevin Coleman has 14.5 fantasy points this weekend.
And that's not even in a matchup with you. That's just to spite me. So thank you. I appreciate it, Tony.
Cardinals versus Bears. Maybe they might just look. My two morning game choices: Colts versus Texans, or Cardinals versus Cardinals are going to beat them bad.
Maybe cornholing it on ESPN, the O Show. I don't know. Don't they have a sports bar? Like, that's what he's always like. Bodo, you're always like, I just got to stay in your, Motel 6 room and watch whatever's on there. Like, go to a sports bar. Are you in the program? Maybe you don't want to be around alcohol. Like, that's the one thing I think we need to do. We need to open up a spot that where everybody can go.
Colts in Houston. Houston at least has Tyrod Taylor. Bears are boring as shit. Right?
Yes, it depends. We're getting Andy Dalton.
Go on. Sorry.
Is Morley okay over there, bro? Morley, you good?
This is
yeah.
Lions and Herbert is third ranked QB.
Yeah. I think Morley's fine. We'll wait and see. If he falls over on the computer, I'll call his son and be like, hey, we got to help the big guy.
Yeah.
Herbert or Cousins? This is hard because
Herbert.
No, I don't think it's that hard at all. I think you play Justin Herbert and you live with it.
Yes. I mean, Chargers fans will overhype Herbert, but it is the right call.
I don't know if you watch the games or not, but you
would donate a testicle.
You would donate a testicle for Herbert in the next 15 years.
Yeah, stop it. You're rubbing it in my face again.
But I'm not even a Chargers fan, bro, and I got a little extra something for Herbie. So
Herbert easy.
Los Wet Moby. I don't know what's going on.
Oh shit! I love Rex Burkhead. No matter where the guy is a scrappy son of a. Who's the running back there now?
I think David Johnson's out. So Philip Lindsay went to Miami. Burkhead's going to see 15 plus touches all day.
Sexy Rexy, baby.
Burkhead's always one of those guys too. He plays hard because he ends up with those injuries you've never heard of. They're like a dislocated Anflex socket. You're like, where the fuck is that? They're like, it's behind, and you're like learning the anatomy as they describe his injuries. You're like, I didn't even know that existed. So Rex Burkhead, cheers to you.
My favorite, lacerated spleen. That's my favorite.
Oh, Jason Witten, where he's like, is that bad?
Him and Romo are the worst when it comes to injuries. He goes, when Dak went down, he's like, I think he's got a bad sprain there. And I'm like, his leg is sideways, Romo. What are you talking about? That looks like maybe it's just a cramp. I'm like, what kind of cramp twists in the wrong direction?
He's dead. Yeah. That's floppy. He's dead.
He's dead.
He could. So, Wet Moby here could go with Boston Scott or Damian Williams. I actually kind of like starting Burke and just cheering for that guy to do something. Damian Williams.
You can't start Damian Williams. Boston Scott's a decent play, man. Like, I feel like he could outproduce Miles Sanders this week. This is an easy call for me. Low sweat and Moby.
I agree.
Yeah. I was even going with the wrong. I was thinking Darrell Williams, Damian Williams. No, don't touch that. He's behind Khalil Herbert too. Austin Walter or Royce Freeman? Mike is just digging into the most difficult questions. This has to be a 32-man league that he's asking this question
Does
for.
Royce Freeman even get in a game, bro? Go Walter and see what happens. Why not?
Is Austin Walter a bowler?
Yeah, that's what I don't even know what team he's on, but I've seen that name.
Who the hell is that guy? I don't even know who Austin Walter is. I'll be honest with you. I have no clue.
It sounds like an assignment from my from my college literature class. Has everybody read? Are they up on Austin Walter? And you're like, sorry, professor, I'm not. I have no idea who Austin Walter is.
This
I don't
guy's
even know
making
what team Austin
10
Walter
times-
plays for.
This guy's making 10 times my salary. I have no idea who the hell this guy is. And I watch football religiously.
Same.
Oh, we got an update here from Joe Morley. Damian Williams ruled out. Okay. Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery. This is why Nagy sucks so bad, is that Khalil Herbert should probably be splitting time with David Montgomery. I like David Montgomery, but Khalil Herbert showed some signs that the kid's got some real talent. Another donation? Bodo, you just said your truck broke down. You need to throw that into the transmission and get back onto the road and get yourself to the new Hooters. I heard they redesigned the ladies' outfits and they're wearing even less clothes, if possible. Big Ben has become Groot. If you watch the Steelers game, you can hear Ben calling out the plays. I am Ben. I'm Ben. I'm Ben. And moves like a tree bearded from Lord of the Rings. He does. He doesn't move. That's the issue with Ben, is he's having those moments where he's like falling over nothing and tripping, like sort of those embarrassing senior football moments that we saw from guys like Joe Namath, like as they get a little bit older. Vinny Testaverde had a couple of these moments. It's like, hey, don't do this anymore.
Big Ben is exactly like your grandfather who fought the war without a gun and started just beating people with his bare fists. And then you finally see him not able to walk. And you're like, oh, God, it's just a sad moment.
Oh, yeah. He's got so many bayonet stories. And you're like, holy, what war did you fight in, bro?
Yeah. And now
there was no cure for gangrene when he was younger. T. Higgins, David Montgomery, or Darrell Henderson. Flojo, you're on deck for this one.
I think Daryl's doubtful, so scratch that. I'm going Monty, Galvin the GOAT. I like Higgins, bro, but he had his game, right? I think he's going to slide back in. I think Chase steps forward a little bit this week. You got to like Monty's volume. Monty for me there.
Yeah, I'm not a big T. Higgins fan like these guys are, and Darrell Henderson's hurt, so I'm leaning towards Monty as well.
T. Higgins, all he does is dominate in life and everything. Go T. Higgins.
I can take my wife if he wants.
I feel like somehow Matt Nagy's just going to burn David Montgomery's value to the ground, and I'm very sad about it. DeAndre Carter, Cortland Sutton, Ty Johnson, Kendrick Bourne, start two.
I'm going Ty Dallas for me, and then the other three can't help you on that, Mike.
Yo, what happened to Cortland Sutton?
Jesus.
The guy literally was a stud. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's like keeper material. And then it's like, all right, we won't throw to you anymore. Wow. Ty Johnson and Cortland Sutton.
Well, I think that Fangio and Bridgewater are the remedy to any receiver suffering. Like, that combination right there, that's like, I just got diagnosed with cancer. Here's some Robitussin. Like, it's not going to work out. Like, those two are not going to help any wide receiver have production whatsoever, which is why I love Javonte Williams even more. Everyone, please like this video and subscribe. If you haven't already. We are live damn near every day. Yes, we are. Mike on the mic. If I could rewind back to the top and do a better opening where I remind people to do all that. But yes, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. There it is. And do it for Barry Sanders right there. Do it for, errant C-stands and boxing gloves. And do it for the lovely saint around that man's neck who's just doing it in the swoosh sign of Flojo's t-shirt. Believe it or not, that was not on a teleprompter. That was all from me. It's terrible. Boston Scott, Darrell Williams, Russell Gage.
B. Scott, baby, all day.
I'm confident making Boston Scott my flex today.
Can you give him to me? Because I need a flex bad, Scott.
No, I don't have him. But I would. This West Coast bullshit. All you guys ganging up on the East Coast.
Mike hates the Raiders. And for him to do that is a troll at Scotty at his core. I know he's cheering for Washington football team today. Mike G or TJH?
Gesicki or Hawkinson?
Oh my
I thought we were
God!
going.
What fucking FloJo, unbelievable, dude. I feel like I'm reading Braille.
Yes, I did too. Thank you. So Mike Gesicki. I was like Mike G or TJ Houshmandzadeh. Like I flashed back 14 years, and I was like,
I didn't even get that far. My brain exploded on the K of Mike.
I'm the master of abbreviation, so I get it easy.
I'm going Hawk.
Got
TJ
to.
Hawkinson.
FloJo, who you got?
I think I'm going Hawk too. Devontae Parker back. Waddle taking that step forward. Mike G's been a little spotty. You go with the proven stud, but I get why it's a question, but I'm going Hawk.
Yeah, I'm going Hawkinson too. A little worried about Khalifas Raymond. Are the Bucs still Super Bowl contenders? Of course, they have Tom Brady, and they're going to get back people from fake vax cards at some point. They'll be better. Wait. Somebody else read one of these questions here.
What we learned from Saturday. Bryce Young sealed up the Heisman. Georgia's defense is beatable. And Kenny Pickett is a stud and should be a top 10 pick.
Check. TDs. I like it.
After my show with the Washington show with Robson, who knows his college stuff, he got me sold on Pickett. So I'm hoping Washington.
Yeah, but he had you sold on him in the second round, not top 10.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you say. I love people watching my videos, Tony.
Yeah.
I love it. He does. I'll love it in the second round.
This question depresses the fuck out of me, TDs. I know for a fact FloJo put out a very funny video. Fantasy what is it? Give your IG.
Fantasy FloJo.
Fantasy FloJo wrote a letter to Saquon Barkley, which was fantastic. Basically saying we can't do this anymore. Yeah.
But this isn't a question, TDs. Let's be real.
Follow the flow. That was a funny skit, dude.
I felt like, you try to stay consistent with all this stuff, man, and you lose a little of the creativity. And, sometimes you got to go back to it.
That was
Ask
good.
Tony. Yep. He's been trying for years and he's never made it. So
I've never scratched the surface of what it takes to actually have a sustainable career. You know what? That question to me isn't that crazy, and that's what bums me out. Like last week, I started Saquon with some hope, and now we got Mike Glennon back there. I don't feel like it's any better. Who would you start, Saquon or Darrell Williams? I think she said it's a coin flip, and that's depressing. Monty or Jamal Williams in my flex?
I love Jamal Williams.
Go Maul.
Yeah, I think Jamal Williams too, because Dan Campbell is going to keep nice short passes there and run the ball 20 times with Jamal Williams. Those dreadlocks are going to be flying all over the place. And Monty, I have no idea what's going to happen. They might just, like FloJo said, run 2 dives and then try and throw a deep ball to Darnell Mooney the whole game. And it's just a bunch of 3 and outs for the whole day.
I agree.
Cairo Santos from distance.
Jamal Williams.
All right. We got this. We did this one.
Please explain yourself, Tony. How is Darrell Williams, a backup running back who's probably not going to see more than 10 max touches close to Saquon Barkley? Please tell me.
Dear Saquon, I'm writing you this letter today to let you know that I will not be drafting you in 2022. I want you to know that I really, really enjoy you as a player, as a person, and respect what you do for the NFL. You're a great example for so many young kids. But you need to know that I have officially moved on from you, and I will not be needing your services in 2022. Thank you so much. Your good friend who believed in you in 2021, Fantasy FloJo. Goodbye.
Bad timing on the video. Let's be real. I'm going Saquon. I'm going Saquon.
Yeah, with this question, it is Saquon. Mooney or Hollywood.
FloJo, you can't break. You're like, that's like a booty call right now. You basically drunk dialing Saquon right now. So I know I just broke up with you, but Daryl Williams, smiley other option. I need you right now.
Hey, but let's be real. You got to do it for the sake of content, bro. I love Saquon Barkley. It was a timely bit. Everyone's a little butthurt. It was great. I still love the guy, bro. Like, to be honest, I'll take him at 12 next year just because I got a man crush on him.
I agree with you. If he falls down into that range, I think I would have a hard time. Saquon's one of those guys I want to see escape. Like, I would love to see him play for like the 49ers or like a team that is dedicated to the run and Chargers.
The Ravens. Imagine Saquon Barkley with the Ravens.
Fire.
Yeah, there it is. Love it. Mooney or Hollywood? We got about 15 minutes left.
Hollywood.
That's really close. I'll go Hollywood too.
Okay. You better start Darnell, then you can thank me later.
Hollywood. Devontae Smith or Darnell Mooney. Holy shit. Thanks for explanations, by the way. 10-2 in fantasy. With Minshew in, I'm going Darnell Mooney.
Oh, see, that was going to be my rationale for possibly going the other way, was that they're not going to have the designed runs. And so there's going to be more on-target plays, right? There's going to be, and that's what Devonta Smith has been waiting for, because he's been open so many times. He wins his route, and then he just looks exhausted because he's not there. So I think Minshew makes him a more reliable in a way.
Can I say something? I'm sorry. Philly's playing the Jets. And they're if they take the lead on the Jets, they're going to take the ball out of Minshew's hands and run the ball. They're not going to let Minshew keep throwing.
You know what's crazy, Tony? I had that exact same thought. As far as Minshew will find a way to get Devontae Smith the ball, I don't think you can start him over Mooney, though, because Mooney has been that dude. He's the one there. Allen Robinson is nothing. Mooney's been consistent. You got to trust Mooney a little bit more with the wild card of Gardner Minshew. But I feel you 100% because that's the first thought that I had as far as Minshew's going to bring more value to that passing game. But I still can't do it.
I think just the on-time routes. I think we're going to finally get to see what, like he gets out of his break so well and he can beat people. It's like now the ball will be there instead of Jalen Hurts running around being like, but yeah, it's a tough one. And I will go with Darnell Mooney as I did in the question before. Worst Lions team, 2008, 0-16. Yes, they were. Those were two of Aaron Rodgers' first wins. I just want to remind everybody how bad he was for one season. Or the Lions team this year. Ouch.
I think the Lions team this year has more fight. I would take Calvin Johnson because I love him. But the Lions team this year, I think, are just afraid of getting their knees eaten. So they've been cut close the last couple of games.
Same.
Yeah, I would. This team is better. I didn't see that one, but I'm assuming Scotty loved it. It was about his Washington team.
Don't remind us, Bodo. I have Antonio Brown in quite a few, bro, and he just torpedoing all my squad. So I feel you.
Yeah.
Can you?
This guy tried to send me a trade. On November 30th, this man right here was like, "Hey, you want AB? He's coming back. He's gonna be playing." And then the next thing they're like, "We're gonna suspend this guy because he's out here, $1 million athlete, slanging facts, vaccination."
Hey, since Tony wants to put people on blast, what he said? He's like, "Why don't you go hit up wish list again and go back to the well?"
I missed that because I'm looking for the. If he made fun of me, I swear to God, I'll just keep the ears.
I did. I did. I said you need to go take advantage of somebody else with this noise, and you were one of the people I mentioned.
I still have that cream that I'm putting around there to ease the pain when I sit.
Hey, not today, bro. This is what you've been waiting for.
Yeah. Not too late. Favorite over-unders? I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I don't think Mike Lennon is putting big numbers for Giants, and I do not see the Dolphins scoring that many points either. So under for the Giants-Dolphins game.
Yeah, and in the interest of making it a fun Sunday night game, I'm going to bet the under on the Broncos and Chiefs, right? Whatever that game is, probably 52 or something. I would bet the under.
Opposite of fun, though. That is the opposite of fun.
It is. It is a horrible betting, but it might be the smarter move. You're right, Flo. Betting is so much more fun. Or you do the teasers. Yeah, that's the point. Losing money.
I'm betting against my emotions. Basically, what I'm saying is that I want to see a bunch of scoring, but I would put 10 on the under. And then if it's under and it's a bad game, I make some money. If it's a bunch of points and fantasy galore, then I'm happy about that too, because I have a lot of people in that matchup.
I am going to bet the over of 7 pieces of gum for Carol though.
I love it.
Is that a thing?
Oh man, when he gets it, he chews gum like it owes him money. That is his job on the sidelines. Is that we should be calling him Bazooka Pete? Like he should have a sponsor with something there. Bubble tape Pete. Flo Joe. Right, you're already getting shout outs and abbreviations. Look at this. Flojo will be taking over for me next Sunday with Mike on the mic. Are we finally with the nail in the coffin for the Russell Pete era? This is the happiest either of them have looked in months in this photograph, by the way, too.
True story.
Yeah.
Bring Russell and DK to Washington, please. I would have an internal boner if that happened.
Look, the writing's been on the wall. Russ came back too soon. Seattle's not making the playoffs. I don't know, man. Russ a tough read. You know what I mean? Like, will he bounce? Will he chase money? Like, he doesn't really seem like that guy to me. But guess what? When you go 4-14, someone's got to go. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens, man. I'm a Niner fan, so I don't really care about the Seahawks whatsoever. I like Russell Wilson as a player, as a person. I think he came back too soon. This could be the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, tough divisional matchup. Like, Russ could show up. I wouldn't be surprised. I know we told someone to sit him. I'm starting Russ over Tua in a league where I traded Stafford like a genius. So I wouldn't be surprised if today was the game. But to be honest, man, I don't really care about the Seahawks. Sorry, brother.
Russell's gone next year. Before the season started this year, there were rumors. Russell Wilson said no, but there were rumors that they were talking about trading Russell Wilson this offseason. He's gone next year.
I think he's gone for this reason alone. I think he looks around at the division, right? John Schneider and Pete Carroll, they both want to commit to running the game. I think it's a completely different looking team next year. And Russell's like, why would I want to be in a division with Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford, and eventually Trey Lance, Jimmy G, whatever? Like, it's a tough division. Why not go to the AFC South or, like some other division's terrible? Go to the NFC West or NFC East. I'm sorry. Right there. Washington needs a quarterback. They don't. They have Taylor Heineke. He's the man. I could pick up Burkhead, Curtis Samuel, Chenault, Slayton, or Crowder. These are the choices I got since Bodo. If you don't need a wide receiver, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, I like to pick up running backs for that slot that I'm not going to play just in case there's an injury. Like, see if Samaje Perine's there. If something happens to Joe Mixon today, then you have a starting running back heading into the playoffs or something like that. I wouldn't waste it on a wide receiver because all of these guys will still be there on Tuesday when waivers clears.
Great point. I like Burkhead.
Yeah, if you had to start one, it's Burke. But I'm with Tony. I'm picking up even the Minnesota Vikings RB because I've been in this spot where we need Alexander Madison, man, and he's a little soft like cookie too, man. So if you're throwing a Hail Mary, I'm going that cat because I don't see Dalvin coming back for another 2 or 3 weeks, and Minnesota is a nice offense where you want an RB. But I like P. Ryan too because he's actually looked pretty good this year.
Yeah, P. Ryan Boone, but like he said, Burkett is the guy that I would pick up in there. I would go with that running back, but then if you're not starting him, I would look around. I might have missed it. Royce Freeman or Austin Walter.
You missed it.
I might have missed Austin Walter's career.
Yes, exactly.
It hasn't started yet. That's
I think I might have missed that.
Who did Royce Freeman sign with? He was with the Panthers, and then he got cut for
maybe I don't know.
Abdullah or whatever. I don't know. Mike, go with Austin Walters just because it's fun. It's more fun to root for.
Early.
Yeah, Austin Walters.
Austin
Walter, whatever. I don't know. Robinson, Madison, Connor, or Devonta Smith. Choose 3. I'm going with Robinson, Devonta, and Madison.
I agree.
You're going Devonta over James Conner? How do you do that?
I don't know, I just said it out loud. That's what I felt like saying. That's what I'm doing.
Is Edmonds out?
Who? Edmonds has been out, yeah.
I know he's been out.
Connor's top 10, bro. There's no way you can start Connor over Devontae Smith. Nathan Darmiano, please ignore Joe.
But Chase Edmonds, there was rumors that he was coming back.
Not today, bro.
Not today? All right, well, if it's not today, then James Conner's got the load, and they're not going to. But I wasn't sure if Edmonds was coming back. He was close.
Come on, bro.
Jesus. Then you got to go Connor. Connor and Madison are definites for me. I'm going to go Madison, Connor, Devontae Smith.
Ooh, spicy.
I can't wait. I'm texting Flojo when Inouye Benjamin vultures Connor twice today. Getting like FaceTime from me when that happens.
I don't like James Conner at all. So, and like,
no,
I like
I know
him, though. Like I don't want it to sound like that. I like him. Be cancel the whole thing. Like he's a great person, but like he's just not. I just didn't believe it this year, and I'm a little salty. I think that's what it is too.
It is too, and I think he's burned a lot of us who are like have a lot of fantasy leagues every year or multiple fantasy leagues. His injuries have hurt us, but I think it goes to show you how bad the offensive line is in Pittsburgh, and it didn't get better once he was gone. Like he got no blocking his final 2 years in Pittsburgh there. By the way, Robinson versus the Rams. Yeah, Nathan, you're probably better off listening to them and starting the other guys, Madison, Connor, and either Robinson or Devonta Smith. But just to troll my friends, I'm going to cheer for Inouye Benjamin to have a huge day. Appreciate. How often do you guys go live? We are live all the time. There's shows Mondays, Wednesdays, Tuesday, any day that ends in Y. There's a show live at night. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, notification bell. They will let you know. And we got shows with Oh, yes, Slim, we appreciate you. Mike on the mic's always putting out great stuff. When we were talking about the Pete Carroll situation, Mike just put up a very entertaining video about that breakup, I believe. And also he throws some shade at Baker Mayfield too, if there's any Baker haters out there. Kyler or Wilson? Wait, Jeff Wilson Jr.?
God, fucking Russell Wilson.
Why are you breathing, Scotty? This isn't a question, bro. You're okay.
It's Kyler.
It's Kyler.
Yeah.
You're okay, bro. Do the worm
Come
again.
on. Did you call him ML Kyler? Because I have a dream right here that Kyler Murray returns to fantasy dominance today.
No, Russell Wilson, sadly, is on the downhill.
How blasphemous is it for me to invoke that speech for Kyler Murray? Boston Scott or DeAndre Carter? Mike, you have the worst fantasy conundrums ever. Like, you should do a video of this every week where you put out the deep leagues you play in, Boston Scott or DeAndre Carter. DeAndre Carter's been – I know. I just want to say this. You start Boston Scott. But DeAndre Carter has been kind of like sneaky good because they haven't had anybody. But now they got back Humphreys and Samuels and Thomas. You got to start Boston Scott.
Washington loves Logan Thomas. He's back. Bye-bye, Carter.
It's good. DeAndre Carter era is over.
Yeah.
D. Carter.
He made the team as a special teams next year. Claypool or Mooney.
Oh, Morley, we got any updates on weather back there, Mr. Tech? Because that'd be a good thing to do. We probably missed on that, like really good pretend analysts, and we're just ignoring snow, sleet, and hail.
Yeah, I haven't. That was my one thing about Nick Folk this week is I have him, and he's been winning me weeks. But he plays in Buffalo on Monday night. I'm like, why don't I just get a nice dome kicker? Like, let's go see if Ryan Suckup is available or whatever.
Suckup.
Claypool or Mooney? Think Claypool a safer, but Mooney gonna be. Don't know. I don't know what's happening. I would go with Darnell Mooney. Pittsburgh Ravens is usually ugly. Low-scoring affairs. Not to say that wide receivers still can't have big days in those atmospheres, but Darnell Mooney, he's been producing every week. Like, how long does he have to do it before we're just like, all right, he's a good, solid flex play?
Jen.
Like, you feel good about putting him in there.
How bad, Morley? Because I got multiple Kyler shares, but I don't think you can fade him anyway. So, like, whatever. Maybe that's a fade on Mooney then, with Dalton throwing supreme crackers.
My brother's in the driveway. Maybe you can help me with the TV.
It's funny that I was just saying that about Darnell Mooney. He puts out this is the only game impacted. Yeah. Andy Dalton has trouble throwing inside of a dome with the wind at his back. I'm glad you got that joke.
That was good.
Sometimes I think I say this stuff for myself. Got any prize picks? Making copy, Tony. Don't speak of that. I don't, but if you want something spicy, we can head that route. But yeah, Mike, I'm throwing in whatever you can on Joe Mixon today. And I know that hurts. That hurts us to say that, but if he's at like 86 or 90 yards or whatever his rushing total is, go over that. Dude might have 100 at halftime. RC Productions, thank you so much. We always appreciate you dropping by, getting in here. Can't wait. Monday night. I know on Friday Night Wars, I drew the side of the card where I had to represent the Bills, but if we're talking real, me and you, I think the Patriots are gonna slap the Bills on Monday night.
Spicy.
Yes. It's not really that. Their defense is so good. Josh Allen is he's not ready for prime time against Bill Belichick. Like,
I disagree. We can fight about that if you like. We got a couple more minutes.
Yeah, there's some skid marks in his Tommy Johns right now. Monday night, Bill Belichick, he's gonna miss reads, he's gonna throw picks. It's gonna happen. Go ahead.
You're going to see some stallion, bro. You want to talk about bad weather? What's Josh Allen going to do? He's going to be the RB1 on that team. He's going to rush for 70, 80 yards. Diggs going to do work. He's unguardable. I don't give a crap how good this defense is. There's not one corner in the league that can stay with Diggs. Dawson Knox is back, and he's doing his thing. Statement game for Josh Allen. Don't get it twisted. This is it. This is the separator. If this does not happen, then yes, I will say there are streaks in his jockeys. Okay, but this is the moment this kid's been waiting for. If he does not get it done, maybe he's not that dude. But this is the passing of the torch. This is the AFC East. This is when Buffalo beats a rookie quarterback with that defense at home. They fluster him. They can't move the ball if they get pressure on Mac Jones, right? You talk about a statue type player. Yes, he's played great. Big win for Buffalo at home versus New England. Statement game for the AFC. Let's get it.
Oh, man. I wish we could do a montage of all the people who've picked against Bill Belichick, because I would be in that montage many, many times. I just don't see it. I would love for it to happen. I hate the Patriots, but it's going to be ugly.
Hey, Scotty, is your wife bringing you some waffles? You look a little distracted. You okay?
Speaking of which, I'm making
I muted myself because my dogs are going crazy, and my brother just arrived to help me put a big screen on the wall. But my dogs, I didn't want you guys to hear my dogs barking.
Very thoughtful. Thank you.
You got it, bro. And yes, my wife, you better be making me breakfast.
We got a Patriots fan in here accusing substance abuse. RC, I'm with you. I don't want to get into it with him, but we'll clip it out and we'll play it for him later. What was that? What was the photo you just threw up? Aaron Rodgers signing with Pittsburgh. It's royally heating up. It's so funny because Aaron Rodgers will be tied to every team that remotely needs a quarterback. Like, the cutoff line is basically like Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, because they're not going to give up on Trevor after 1 year.
Tony,
that's the cutoff line.
Tony or Joe, can you please cut out that rant I went on the Bills and figure out a way to post it? Because
God bless. He's got snot all over his neck.
Hey, doesn't that mean that that's a true statement, by the way? When you sneeze once or twice after you said something, that means it's going to happen, right?
Oh, I don't know. That might be an old yeah.
Or is that just COVID? I don't know.
It could. Well, I'm going to say this: the Chargers are going to dominate the Bengals this morning. There it is.
Call it. That's the right way, Tony. There you go.
I know.
Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, hi. I didn't think I did. I was just decorating this old tree right here, but I guess you want my week 13 picks. I'm taking the 49ers over the Seahawks because the Seahawks are on the naughty list. I'm taking the Dolphins over the Giants because everyone will love a Christmas stuff, and you better not pass, because I'm taking the Bengals over the Chargers. Bye guys, I'm gonna go hang up more ornaments.
Beautiful.
I love Jake.
Beautiful.
I can't with that.
Now put that ball up, Tony.
There you go. See, Joe doesn't come on long enough because he's afraid to be next to a Washington fan when he plays his Raiders. He's scared. He doesn't want to be near me. He knows.
Falke. Now all the trolls come out. That's fine. Big week for Justin Herbert.
I love Herbie. I love you, Herbie.
This
like
week.
Herbie.
Win or no playoffs
Mike
for the
hates
Chargers.
Tua.
That's
Mike
simple.
really hates Tua. He goes out of his way constantly to just destroy this man. I don't know what he did. Is it the Polynesian? Is it the skirt? Is it the almost tattoo, but his father wouldn't let him? Like, why do you hate Tua so much, Mike?
Mike the Giraffe Glennon is probably one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How do you have a neck that
Mike.
long?
I know.
Inspector Gadget.
Didn't anybody tell him if he didn't bring enough to share with everybody, he shouldn't bring that much neck at all? Like, I could use a little neck, bro.
He hurts his
let
neck.
me
He
get-
has to wear 3 neck braces.
My boy stretched out.
That guy
I
looks
think
like
the funny thing about Mike's hate is that he got the better end of the deal, because if the Dolphins take Herbert, he has Tua is the Chargers quarterback right now. Like, they were gonna take Tua or Herbert in that 6th spot or wherever they got him. He got the better end of the deal, but yet he still
that's
hates
why he
Tua at
doesn't.
every turn.
Wait,
He
that doesn't
reminds
even
the
make
Dolphins
sense.
fans.
Yeah, that doesn't even make
I know.
sense. It panned out the way you hoped, and you're still salty. Like, why don't you just get Tua on the Chargers and then talk to us?
Oof, no, thanks. I just became a
Basically,
fan of
Mike
Malcolm
saying
Ford.
that Dolphin fans treat Tua like the Cowboy fans talk about the Super Bowl. That's what he's saying. He's saying that the Cowboy fans talk about Super Bowl like Tua's like, and then like they're going all year like Tua's going to carry the Dolphins to a championship.
I don't even know a Dolphin fan. Who's a Dolphin fan?
Nobody
Dan
here.
Marino.
You know a Dolphin fan, Morley?
Hey, here's a
Your fade-
serious question though, guys.
Your fade looks pretty tight, Morley, or is that just the white light?
Probably just the light.
Ask Flo.
What's the hard question?
I think you guys already answered this one, right? Mooney or Montgomery?
Oh, that one's kind of tough. You
No.
got to go Monty, though.
I go running back.
Yeah.
Go the running back? You guys saying
Go running back. Montgomery.
All right. We're getting pretty close to the end, and I know you guys are getting tired, but I just had to come on here and say, let's go Raiders, because Scotty didn't even want to represent his own team today. He had to wear the Detroit Lions, knowing that the Washington football team was going to take that beat down, and Jack Del Rio's defense is going to not show up again.
More.
Is Gruden not going to show up again for you?
You got to remember, this might be that statement game for the Raiders to go after that Washington organization because of what they did to the Raiders organization this year.
I don't even have much hope this week. But hey, I didn't have much hope the last 3 weeks, so we got it going. I'll keep the streak alive.
I just like how all this crap comes out now that says, "Oh, the Raiders would have got Terry McLaurin if they didn't trade for Antonio Brown." I'm like, come on, dude, whatever. I hate those stories.
Horrible.
You'll find a lot of Dolphin fans in my comments, Flo Joe.
Hey, well, because you go heavy, you go hard, bro. You disrupt a lot of people. I don't know if I believe in the Raiders, Morley. I know it was a big win on Turkey Day, but Carr likes to do diarrhea often, and this could be a diarrhea type game.
Hey, I don't care. I got my win. I just needed them to beat the Cowboys, and that was it.
Oh man, it's a
I mean,
Barry
the Cowboy
Sanders.
fans still are kind of quiet. Like they came out a little bit after the Saints Thursday night, but Cowboy fans are still quiet. Like that hurt them, and I love it. I love when I see Cowboy fans, Niner fans hurting.
Well, what they said the Cowboys Raider game was like the most watched game in like the last 10 years or history or something. There was a lot of people.
1990, they said, yeah, since 1990. So I mean, but it was on at a good time. It's two of the big teams in the league on Thanksgiving. Of course, it's going to get some big ones. Anyways, Mike's been asking about prize picks. So if you guys have any prize picks, you guys want me to list them off, and you can do a rapid fire real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me pull it up.
Tuna. Boda's good.
I just snuck in Sony Michel to some lineups.
It's Daryl, because Daryl Henderson's.
It's time to do our own lineups.
I cut the cord on Kadarius Toney today. I released him from my team just so I could pick up Sony Michel. But I'm kind of done with him because I'm not going to play that game of who's hurt, who's not, especially coming playoff time. He only had really looking at Tony's. He only had one big game, and I'm done with him.
Sony's on your wire in a league, bro. That's
blame you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, we have short benches. We have 4 or 5 man benches.
That makes it tough.
Chicago today, I told you that game's going to be rainy. Over under 239.5 passing yards.
Under.
I'll go over. Why not?
I go over too.
All right, let's go with Matty Ice versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay doesn't have that great pass defense, but Matty Ice has 232.5 passing yards. Over under.
He has to throw.
I hate Matty Ice.
He has to throw.
Hit the retirement button.
Yeah.
Retirement?
Yes.
Yeah, retirement.
Over.
We'll go with the two quarterbacks that everybody's looking forward to. Justin Herbert, over under 279.5 passing yards.
Go, Tony. What do you think?
279. That's an over.
That's a lot.
Over.
All right.
And they have Burrow at 238.
Oh.
Yeah, because
that's close, actually. I'll go under.
Chase alone might have 238.
I hope so.
I'm gonna go with over only because it's so low, but I don't think it's much more than that. The way they eat is Mixon. What is Mixon's, Joe? Is he on the card anywhere?
I'm looking for him right now. Joe Mixon, 86.5 rushing yards. Over under.
Smash the over.
Over what? How many yards?
86.5.
The guy's been averaging a C note like all day, every day. Over.
And they have Austin Eckler at 47.5.
Is Josh Jacobs suiting up for you guys today?
He is supposed to be playing.
Yes, he was probable.
All right.
Probable.
Washington's D line though is even good without. I mean, not better, but good without Chase Young and Sweat. Still, they have a good depth at D line. Raiders are going to throw a low. Bet the over Derek Carr today.
Let's see what else we got. Here's one that I'm interested in. Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is now the starter with DeAndre Swift out. 54.5 rushing yards. Over under.
Oh, come on, bro. That's an all day. Hammer the crap out of that over.
Who's that backup running back, though? He could be a fucking ball buster. A no-name dude. Jefferson?
They trust Jamal, bro. He's thick.
Good.
That boy thick like Tony.
I bet. What's the over-under for Derek Carr? He's going to have a good game versus Washington today.
He's jinxing you more, Lee.
For passing?
Yeah.
It's probably like around 271.
Landon Collins is out.
Derek Carr's 255.
Over.
Scotty,
Yeah,
I just want to be the first to say I tip my hat to you. Congratulations on the win in King of Lions, my friend. You deserve it. There is not a better GM that I've ever witnessed play this game.
My third win of the season. Buzzing!
I hope Javonte just sprays all over my back.
But how long is the shot? I've been holding this piss in for 48 minutes and probably going to piss my pants.
Diaper it up, bro.
Dude, I'm sweating. I don't know what to tell my kids.
How big's that TV, by the way?
75-incher.
Jesus.
Jesus! Got the 75, and I got to get that up in about 10
Tony,
minutes.
can we fly to Scotty's house? Scotty's doing it right, bro. Us in California pay too much taxes. We can only afford a 55-inch. Like, we're failing. Scotty's winning.
No, so what me and my wife do, instead of getting each other gifts for Christmas, we get gifts combined. So she goes, we need something to upgrade the house. I'll surprise you with something, baby. 75-inch. Before a Sunday.
I love that.
All right, looks like you guys did a great show. Just to remind everybody, Prize Picks app. If you guys want to use the Prize Picks app, put some over-unders in, and you guys can play along with us. And use the promo code Warzone. We'll match up to the first $100 of your first deposit. Other than that, it's Sunday. It's football time. Get your lineups in. This is the last. This week and next week are the last regular seasons of fantasy football, right?
Yes. Bet the Raiders. There's no way Washington wins today.
There's no way. You just don't want to go on record and say it?
Bet the Raiders.
Bengals, Raiders, and Seahawks. That's who's taking it. Let's go. I should have had it queued up to go, huh?